Hi everyone, my name is Albert and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your night to join me. I really appreciate it. And tonight I want to talk about why game shows are so fun and classic game show hosts. But most importantly, I want to talk about the fact that Alex Trebek will be featured on a United States postage stamp. And so, classic game shows, let's have at it. There needs to be some structure in these speeches, you know? So, we're gonna go old school and try to give a quick impromptu using structure. And let's see how that works out for me. I say these things all out loud because I've spent the last 12 minutes or so in just utter agony about piecing together this particular video. So, we're gonna roll with it now, like 16 minutes into the topic. So, classic game shows. You got everything ranging from The Price is Right to the one where you guess if you're right, like the family one, uh, the game show Family Feud. Okay, Family Feud. Now we're getting somewhere. Classic game shows. Steve Harvey, the same man who accidentally read off the wrong winner. You know, man, I felt really, really bad for that girl. Who wouldn't? And then, Steve Harvey just was always Steve Harvey. But, anyways, the guy who used to host Family Feud, I'm old enough to remember that person, and he was a good host, and that show was really popular. I think I had seen, in fact, the reboot of the original show. So, some game shows have been around for well over closing in on a century. There's something about game shows. Everybody likes game shows. I mean, Mr. Beast has like game shows. Game shows, like if you got the time, capital, and energy for it, game shows are where to go. I think that The Price is Right is a really cool game show. I know that game shows are either classic or they miss. You feel me? They either stick around for a long time or they're gone in a season. Sometimes the ones that are gone in a season are the best because they're so quirky, but they're also really complicated. Game show hosts, going back to that structure in this speech, on top of classical game shows, you have your Pat Sajaks, you have your Drew Carey's, you have your Steve Harvey's, you have your Jamie Foxx's, and arguably king of the mountaintop there is Alex Trebek, king of sort of dry humor, king sort of putting you in your place if you thought you were too smart. And there was always something really cool about the consistency that Alex Trebek offered that show. What a job. I mean, you get to be a part of everyone's living room, the culture is incredible. What a good run for the guy, close to 3 decades, which is why he is on a stamp now, or will be. And the news was just made last week, so I'm not exactly sure off of memory when that new particular stamp will be dropping, But again, if you're a fan of game shows, then you're definitely going to want to know about old school Trebek being on a stamp, Because why wouldn't you want to know? You think we're going to talk about something? Do you actually think we'll say it anyways? An Alex Trebek stamp is probably something that should be in all of our future. I really like Jeopardy. I thought it was a cool show. I don't think it's a cool show anymore because Alex Trebek made that show, and unfortunately, that's the problem with being great, is that then somebody else tries to do it and it's just not the same. It's just not. And there's always that. But there's, I guess, new audiences and new, avenues to grow. And so good luck to Jeopardy. Seriously. I'm sure all of America will tune in just as soon as we hear that there's a good host, Seriously. That's how, like, influential that show is. Who hasn't answered a question from the game show Jeopardy? I mean, I think I have a problem coming up with 4 topics about nothing to talk about every night. I mean, this dude, that game show, there were many, many questions given to, the contestants on a nightly basis for 30 years. So, I think there's a few obstacles ahead of me. Sometimes in my frustration as a creator, in terms of the good ones make it work. And that's I think that's key to remembering, And so we did it. We're getting on 7 minutes. So I, feel surprisingly overwhelmed with happiness that we've managed to stretch out this topic that long. On a sidebar, it is again really nice to see the channel grow. If you're watching this late into the video, this is kind of why I save it for the end, these sort of personal little anecdotes. But I'm doing good. I hope everybody else is doing good. I know that the biggest frustration with coming up with this program is like just, the fact that sometimes I have a pretty busy day and then like I try to think, so it's fun. I think we're going to discuss that in a digital diary entry next, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but to be quick, thank you for watching, seriously. And now that I have a little bit more time, I think we're going to go back to the drawing board and have some extemp speeches ready, which are always it's my favorite kind of speech to give, and that's what kind of started this channel to begin with, was that sort of outline in how it's been. Lately, I've just been doing impromptu speeches, and it's been working. So anyways, I'll talk to everybody soon. I hope you guys have a good night, and thank you for watching. Bye.